Hello, this is Svetlana Shepitsina, and today we will learn how to create flipper in Famous. I'm using Web Story Map shortcuts and autohot keys during my work. All of them you can find in my video description on YouTube and download. In our application, we created flipper for each section on our home page, and you can see that they have similar design but different information on each side. And how can we do this in Famous? First of all, we need to require flipper class on our home section file. And flipper, it's Famous view that allows us to link two renderables as front and back sides and then flip it. And in order to require flipper, we have a shortcut FR flipper. We can do it easy. And we have another template for creating new flipper. It's FN flipper, and here we have simple design, just two surfaces that set as front and back, and then flipper is added to main node. But what can we do in our case when we have complicated information on both sides, like image with created background as circle and text, and another information on backside? After requiring flipper, I click Ctrl-Alt-U. Here is our object, and we set property direction, and by default it's set to 0, so we can omit it. I reload and our flip is still vertical. And if I want to create a horizontal, I just change it to 1. And after that, I will need to adjust properties for horizontal scroll. So I come back. After created object with properties, I need to fill both sides with information. And I create surface for backside. I name it flip surf, and I set content as default property with name flip info. And I set properties for my surface for back side. And when it's ready, don't forget to pipe events from this surface to the view with event output. After that, I use a method set back for adding flipper surface to back sides. Everything easy. But next we need to fill information for front side. And in future, when we add our flipper to root node, we don't have possibility to manage all this on root node. So what can we do? We can create a RenderNode object from a RenderNode class, and RenderNode is a wrapper from Famous that allows us to insert a renderable component like modifier and surface into the render tree. And we use RenderNode for setting our front side with a flipper set front RenderNode, and then to our main node, to root node, we add flipper. So on our root node we have flipper with surface with information for backside, and with a RenderNode for adding in future information for front side. Everything easy. And after everything is ready, we need to create content for our front sides of our sections. And it will be two functions. First function for content with content property, default property front content, and section icon where we add image. And we need to manage all this, we need section modifier. We name it section icon modifier, and we set size, we align it properly, and after that we create surface, and on content we set image. And in order to pass different images on each section, we tell image, we give pass to image folder icons color, image homepage icons color, where actually are all our images for sections. And then we need just to create default property, we name it flip icon, and set extension for our image. And then on each instantiation we will pass this flip icon property as name of our image. And also on content we have possibility to manage styles for this image locally with creating properties on object. It's our section image width, and it's on desktop. And since I added the same names, sometimes I can be redirected to wrong place. It's pretty dangerous. We need to keep a rule that we try to give unique names for each file. And here we have properties for our responsive size functionality, and we have possibility to manage locally width, height, we use inner width for this too, and icon margin. And then we set properties for this surface, and in this properties we draw our circle with background color white. It's close to white, and we set border radius to our section icon width in order divided by 2. Don't forget to add pixels, otherwise it will not work. And that's it. It's ready. We need just to pipe and everything to RenderNode, not to root node, because to root node we added flipper, and on RenderNode we set all information for our front side. Everything is ready, and we need just to run flipper. We tell flipper flip on click function inside constructor, and after that we need just to create 4 sections and set all properties for our flipper. Let's take a look. We have flip icon. We can easily navigate, but not with Alt B, with Ctrl Alt U. And we need to find our home section, and you can see that if we have unique name we can easily navigate. And sometimes we think that we can save time by setting the same properties, but if you have not a simple app with several JavaScript files and styles, it's very easy to get lost or made mistake in future. So if I set here, for example, icon, and then want to find source, Ctrl Alt U, and you can see that I have too much options, and with flip icon I can easily navigate to the right position. So we have flip icon and name of our image. We have front content, and we have a possibility to insert just HTML text here. And it's from front, for front, and for flip info for our back side. And you can see that we have on each section, on creating each section, we have different objects. Alt B, here we are. And here we created, here we required these HTML classes, and we use this syntaxes, text, and then CViews. What does it mean? We cannot navigate from here, so it's on require config file. We apply this trick. We created path for our mobile and desktop folders, and for mobile we have views cell with name CViews, and then when we require folder any file for mobile device, we use this syntaxes CViews and then content home instead of old long path. So instead of view cell, we just reference content after CViews. And why we use this text? Text, it's plugin from require.js. It allows us to load text information, and you can find it with Alt-N text JS. Here we are. We added it, and we have possibility to load text information to our view content. And you can see that it's very easy in Famous to create this functionality with Flipper view, to instantiate our object, instantiate our class home section, create 4 objects with different information and with similar design and animation. So today we learned how to link 2 renderables as front and back sides with Famous View Flipper and RenderNode wrapper. That's it for today. Thank you. Bye bye.